All right, here we go. Join in. Good luck, y'all. Here we go. Stream. We're beginning the best of 7 series here in our regular season game today against Hulcy Blue. We've got our Trinity Eagles getting started here. Our starters today, we have right here, we have Brandon, and we have Andrew, and we have Dylan. So let's see how we can handle this match today. All right, and getting us started here in the offensive zone, Andrew has a nice little aerial towards goal, but they do deflect it off to the side. And Hulcy has it going in the other direction. Dylan's going to play it off the wall, but Vortex is there to stop him. Clears it away, no danger there. And Andrew tries to play up the wall, not the best contact there, and Hulcy's there to defend. All right, ball stalling a little in the middle. That's in the direction of the goal, but Vortex is there for a nice bit of defense. All right, let's see what Andrew could do off the wall, and that's heading in. Beautiful goal, Trinity. 1-0 early here in game 1. All right, the face-off. Hulcy's going to take this and put it into the corner, while Dylan's going to play it off the wall. Heads on goal. Easy enough save there for Mango. That's part of Hulcy. All right. A little bit of confusion there in the corner, but no big deal for Trinity. Let's see if they can make the most of this possession. All right, Vortex and Ghost get the ball heading towards the Eagles' side. Brandon and Dylan are there to try and play it. Uh-oh, this one is off the corner and it's in the center. Bit of defense there, but it's still in danger. Hulcy tries to play it, but it stalls in mid. Nice shot there, but it's not quite on goal. Dylan plays it, nearly with the angle, but just a little bit off. And now Hulcy's got to go in the other direction. Andrew there in goal. Mango has a nice deflect on goal, and that one just gets by the defense. Goal for Hulcy. Vortex scores that one. Clearly showing a lot of ability early on in this game. This should be a tough match for the Eagles. Right now it's 1-1, about halfway through game 1. All right, and the face-off is won by the Eagles. That ball was in an interesting spot there, but Vortex does play it nice to the corner to try and minimize the danger. But now they have it going the other direction. Brandon is there to stop it. And here comes Andrew playing the ball. Pinch goes Trinity's direction. Vortex always making sure to get a good hit there. Gets the ball going on the other way. Ghost stops it at midfield. Trinity is well positioned, well spread. There goes Dylan. Ooh. I was hoping to put that maybe on goal, but it's still a nice one there off the corner. And that's a goal. I think that was an own goal there. But you know what? Props to Dylan to making them make a play. And they couldn't quite execute. They were there to clean it up anyway. 2-1 Trinity. All right, Andrew wins the face-off. All off the wall. Kind of a no man's land here. All right, looks like Brandon's going for some sort of aerial along with Andrew. And it's there in the middle. Oh, and the beautiful goal just barely denied there by Vortex. Well done on defense. All right, this is a dangerous one again. Mango's going to go for the shot. What a save by Dylan. They get the ball heading in the other direction just a bit, but it's cut off by Mango. But that's not going to stop Andrew. Goes for a nice wall play there. Oh, shot on goal nearly good, but Mango's there to stop it. Oh, Brandon goes for the aerial, but whiffs there. Ball is in front of the Eagles' goal. They are able to get it off to the side. Dylan plays the ball over Ghost. Now Andrew has one going up against the right wall. What is he going to be able to do with this? It's heading in the right direction. Oh, and just barely could not get it in. Well, good defense by Hulcy, and that they are going to take advantage of the wide open goal. Bit of an overcommit there by the Eagles, all eager to get the third goal, and allows Hulcy to get the equalizer. All right, Dylan wins the faceoff. Already an interesting ball here for the Eagles. But everybody's kind of clumped up there on the wall. They've really got to, get their spacing down a little bit better right now if they want to secure this victory and win game one. All right, nice ball off the wall by Andrew there. And it's right in front. Can they make it? Oh, Andrew just double hits and saves it from Dylan's wide open attempt on net. We need better communication here. And that's on goal. Andrew is there to save. Looked like the Eagles were well positioned. And Andrew plays it off the wall. And Dylan's having the shot just a little high off the crossbar. All right, Brandon's going to play it off the wall here. Make sure nothing comes from this rate from regular time. We're going to go to overtime once the ball hits the ground. Here we go. Next goal wins and gets the series advantage in game one. All right, and that one's right in center, and they just put it right in. That's a victory for the Eagles. All right, Brandon's. Thank you, Reed. Yes, they are. All right, here we go. We've got a rotation coming. Now Ian is in for Brandon to start game two. We're going to see if the Eagles can get a bit of an advantage after they did win a very close first game that went to overtime. This initial one looks promising, and Ian just puts it a little high off the crossbar. And immediately, with the Eagles so grouped up there in front of the goal, Hulcy is going to have an opportunity taking it the other way. But Ian does a good job of defense there, playing it off the corner. Tries to get it up in the air. Not quite enough, but Dylan is there to help it out. Playing it off the corner. And he's a little far forward again here. But they are able to stall the ball enough. And that's going to be off the corner. What can Andrew do here? Oh, and Vortex with some good defense. He knows that he can't just let Andrew cook there. He's got to get in there and disrupt. All right, there goes Dylan with an aerial attempt. Not bad, but it's not quite on goal. Ian plays it to the center. Oh, and a nice shot, just a little wide. Another good one off the crossbar. Eagles have some great looking attempts so far. Hulcy gets it going the other direction, but not enough control there to do much of anything. And the Eagles already on the counterattack. Andrew with the beautiful goal and a lead in game two. Puts it right there in the center, and he makes him pay. Vortex nearly had the save. He was well positioned, but just a little off. Ian wins the face-off, puts the ball in the corner. Can he get it centered? Ghost is there to get it going in the other direction, but Dylan intercepts. Ball in front of the goal, but they're a little slow there. I don't think they were expecting that to go as well as it did. All right, there's Andrew intercepting, getting it heading in the other direction. In the corner, Vortex again with some aggressive defense that has paid off well for him so far. And now he's going the wrong direction, though. He's trying to make sure he can maintain control, play it off the corner, and get it going back. But Trinity's there to stop that plan. And Andrew puts it on goal. Another Trinity goal. Well done, Andrew. All right. 2 minutes into game 2, and the Eagles have a 2-0 lead. Dylan wins the faceoff. Nice little bounce, and that's going to be interesting. Oh, Andrew goes for the nice deflect, but it was a good deflect, just not quite enough to get it on goal. All right. And Dylan plays some solid defense. Hulcy does have a bit of control here, but already Trinity has it going in the other direction. And that's right there in center, but Vortex is there to make sure nothing comes of the opportunity. Oh, Ian does enough to disrupt his plans there. And now it's going to be up in the air in the attacking half. Dylan puts it in. Trinity is really taking advantage of their opportunities this game, making sure that Hulcy basically has no possession throughout this game. They're constantly being disruptive, and it is paying off for them magnificently. All right. Face-off stalls. And Dylan with the shot. Oh, that would have been a beautiful, beautiful goal. Just off the post. Vortex, again, doing everything he can to keep Hulcy in this one. The defense has been a little shakier, but honestly, it's just been Trinity's execution that has really made the difference in Game 2 so far. Oh, and Andrew puts a nice one on goal. But they are there to stop it. Get it over to the corner. All right. And even when Hulcy seems to get the ball going in the right direction, they're not making the most of it right now. Oh, and Ian nearly puts the ball in after a nice center there. Andrew's there to cut him off. And there's the combination of Ian and Andrew getting the ball in the other direction. Ball played off the corner. And Ian puts it on goal. And will it go in? Oh, wow. I mean, just stalls right in goal. It needed another inch or two. But Hulcy did a good job recovering and get it heading in the other direction. Can they now have a little bit of control and get some decent shots off? Doesn't look like it, as Trinity's going to be heading in the other direction. Dylan puts it up in center. Vortex, again with a very solid save. He's doing a lot for his team in these past couple games, but as of right now, it's not been enough. Oh, another save by Andrew on their own goal. And you can hear the agony from the Eagles in the background, but with a 3-0 lead with 40 seconds left, they're in a pretty safe spot. All right. Here comes Ian trying to cut him off to well, no, it's Dylan who's going to try and play it. Doesn't really make the most of it and allows Hulcy to get a decent shot or a decent opportunity there. But again, just the other Eagle defenders too well positioned to let them have it. Mango's going to have a shot on goal. Ian is there to clean it up. 10 seconds left. We can safely say that this one's going to be in the Eagles' hands, but let's see if Hulcy can add on an extra goal. They don't, with some solid defense there by Dylan to make sure that this game is going to end at 3-0 once the ball hits the ground. If it does hit the ground. And there it is. Andreas, Lewis, you're in. And Andrew, you're in too. All right. So, game 3 of the series. Trinity has a 2-0 lead, but we've been in this spot before. In this game, we are going to have Andrew, we are going to have Andreas, and we are going to have Lewis. Let's see how this new rotation of Eagles is going to fare against Hulcy. And already, Andrew making a statement, 12 seconds into the match, playing this ball nicely down the sidelines, and with a beautiful hit right in. You can see Hulcy's getting a little desperate for some goals here, despite the fact they've played pretty well to this point. Don't have anything to show for it in the first 2 games. Lewis wins that face-off and gets the ball heading in the right direction for the Eagles. Mango tries to defend, but they whiff. Andreas with a beautiful center. Oh, I'm sorry. Who's that, Andreas? I'm not sure. It's Lewis with the center. Either way. They don't make the most of the opportunity, and Hulcy has the ball going in the other direction. Now that is Andreas playing the ball down the sideline. Vortex is there to cut it off, but Andrew is still putting pressure on it. Lewis with the nice look and deflect, but not quite on target. And Ghost is going to take it up, playing it nice to Mango. They kind of stall it there. They weren't quite in sync, and it leads to an easy defensive opportunity for the Eagles. Here comes Andreas, going to play the ball off the wall. Not bad. It's going to be centered. Can Andrew make the most of it? Not quite enough. It was heading a little bit of backspin there to get it going in the wrong direction, but not a bad opportunity. Lewis with a nice center, and they just miss there, the Eagles do. And they're going to leave a fairly open goal here, but Andrew's going to do enough to make sure that opportunity is closed. All right, Andreas plays it down into the corner, over Vortex's head. But Ghost is there to clean it up, heading in the other direction. That's a nice-looking center by Andreas, but Andrew is there to shut down that opportunity with a beautiful save. Ball's right on. Lewis with the shot and the goal. 2-0 Eagles.
That's a perfect center.
Absolutely playing the ball there. Just stalls. Nothing Hulcy can do about it. Nice coordination by the Eagles. All right, Andreas wins the face-off. And already it's going to be an interesting one here. Nice looking shot to put it still, center and high. And a beautiful assist by Andreas to complement the equally beautiful goal by Andrew. 3-0 Eagles.
Yeah, I predicted everything. Can you say that in the stream?
What do I need to say?
Andreas predicted everything about that.
Andreas predicted everything about that goal. He made every part of that happen. And that's definitely not coming from Andreas. All right. So, 3 minutes left in game 3. Andrew already's got the ball going in the other direction. They know they cannot let Andrew just have the ball like that, nice and easy. They've got to put a little bit more pressure on it, because if they don't, he can make special things happen. All right, 4-0 Eagles. Face-off won by Trinity again. Mango and Ghost are kind of in the same spot again at the same time. They started off playing really smooth-looking defense. I think as the Eagles have started to open up a bit of a lead, it's become a little sloppier. But they're still showing some ability, especially with Vortex and his aggression towards the ball. When he has good boost, he plays it well. And here's going to be an opportunity for Hulcy, but it goes just a bit wide. All right, heading in the Eagles' direction. Let's see how Vortex handles this. Going to play it off the wall. Solid job to get them on going the other way. Mango takes the open shot on goal. Well done. That's a very solid-looking goal by Hulcy. And again, you can see the problem there for the Eagles is all three of the players ended up in the same place at the same time, allowing a ball just to slip by and a wide-open net. All right. Andrew's demoed on the face-off, but still gets it going in the right direction for the Eagles. All right. Andreas tries to play, but stalls it out there. And Hulcy's heading the other direction, but Andrew still remains back in goal. And now he's going to follow the ball up the sideline. There's a nice play by Lewis to get it heading in the right direction. And Andrew's going to clean it up. Good work again by the Eagles team. Good ball off the wall. just to get by the defenders and setting it up perfectly for Andrew to clean it up and get a 5-1 lead. All right, and the face-off goes Trinity's direction again.
He just had to.
Vortex is going to get the ball, though, moving with some momentum. Andrew does halt the momentum there and has enough to deflect it away, but it's still dangerous there for Hulcy. Andreas takes it, bringing it upfield before intercepted by Mango. Andrew stops, plays it over into the corner. Nobody on Hulcy wants to go for the aerial, and that's going to kind of stall out their chances there, as both Lewis and Andrew were ready to play some defense. Or Ghost intercepts it. Andrew's going to play it off the wall here. Goes for the pinch, doesn't quite get it. The ball is still within Trinity's control. Vortex there is able to intercept it, get it going the other direction. Doesn't make the most of it. Plays into the corner. Oh, and Hulcy's in the same place at the same time. But with that beautiful aerial, just able to outmaneuver the Eagles' defense. Really top-notch goal here by Vortex. Yeah. It's unfortunate. Andrew looked like he was going to get that, but just goes around him. Very solid goal, showing why Hulcy has had some success early on and are still a dangerous opponent, even with this lead. Nearly on target there by the Eagles. Andres is going to try and slow it down, but they get it past him. Can he play the ball off the wall? Yes, Andrew does. And now it's heading in the Eagles' direction. Vortex is going to try and stop it there, and Mango's going to actually be able to cut it off. Played it to the corner. Andrew centers it, but no Eagles are there to help. Hulcy's going to take it over into the far corner. Or Andreas is able to stop them. Andrew plays it up field. That ball is going to be dangerous. Vortex is again able to stop it. And as we wind down this game 3, the Eagles are going to take a 3-0 lead in this series. Well, let's see if we can get another goal for fun. Nope. Just hits the ground. 3-0 Trinity. All right, I want Brandon. I want Andreas. I want Lewis. You're on next one if it goes to 5. Just rotating it out like this. Sorry. Look, Ian, you're on the League of Legends team. You got to play a decent bit too. But you're in the next one if there's another game. What happened? No, it's like it died. Let me create another one. Wait, how do we get back into? Oh, join party match. Okay. I'm not sure what happened there. Why it kicked us out. All right. Yeah, okay. That's fine. No, you guys are all in there. It's a live game. Let's go. Look, it's not their fault that our once a goal's scored, I'm going to rotate you out with Ian, okay? All right, that's a goal. Ian, get out. Lewis, get in. All right, cool. Sorry for those weird technical difficulties there. Looks like as Game 4 started, it kicked everybody out to the lobby. We were able to get back in, but not enough time to get the momentum heading in our direction, and Hulcy takes a 1-0 lead in Game 4. All right, the face-off. Going to head in Hulcy's direction. Vortex plays it off the corner. But the defense is there enough to stop it from going in. Ball off the wall. Good work by Brandon getting it in the other direction, but Mango intercepts. Offensive zone again for Hulcy. Couple of whiffs there on the aerial defense. And a miss there by Lewis. But the Eagles are there enough to make sure they don't have an easy opportunity. Hulcy's playing some reactionary offense right now in this game. Will it pay off for them? All right, ball is centered, and there's Andreas getting it over into the corner. Oh, he had an angle. So did Lewis, but they just miss. Now Brandon's got ahead in the other direction and play some defense. Off the corner, Brandon's there to stop it. But can Trinity get it going in their direction? Andreas plays a really nice ball off the wall. It's right there in front. Oh, but they just miss. And Vortex puts a nice shot on goal there, but Andreas does cut it off. All right. And let's see, get Trinity take advantage of this opportunity, this breakaway. Not quite enough. Hulcy gets back and plays it off the side. Ooh, not sure what's going on there. Hulcy's all in the same place. Plays a pretty harmless ball off the wall there, but they're not really following it. So, it gives Trinity an opportunity to get its defense in order with little risk, and now Brandon has it going in the other direction. Oh, and it's there in center, but not enough momentum heading Trinity's way, and that ball over the goalie's head is going to make it 2-0 for Hulcy. Two minutes left. Eagles down 2-0 here in Game 4. All right, Brandon's going to take advantage. Plays it off the wall, but is demoed there. Can Andreas clean it up? He does not. And not much he could have done there. Hulcy was in good position. Oh, and a nice ball going around the defense. Can they stop it? Eagles. Oh, they just miss it. All right, ball stalls out in the corner. Here goes Brandon with a nice dribble over their heads. Can he get the angle? Oh, just misses. It was open. I'm not sure what Vortex is going for there. It looked like he was almost trying to score. Andreas gets going in the other direction, but Vortex is there to stop it. Can he play a nice corner ball? Nope, misses. Uh-oh, gives the ball to Vortex. Lewis stops it, cuts it off, though. Nice and safe. This ball's there. And Ghost puts it in for the 3-0 lead. That's what happens when you just let them get the ball nice and easy, not contested. We'll see if they can turn it around. There's still plenty of time. All right, Brandon puts a nice ball in center, but Hulcy is well positioned. They are able to take it and have a nice breakaway. Brandon's there to clean it up. So is Lewis, yeah. Oh, some whiffs there, but still played off fairly harmlessly to the corner. All right, now this one's up in center. Shot goes wide. Andreas is playing it backwards, it looks like, off the wall. Now Vortex is going towards the goal. I'm not sure what's going on. Opportunity for Andreas. Oh, and he just puts it off the crossbar. And is this going to be a wide open goal? Trinity's trying to recover. Good recovery by Brandon. Do they have enough time? Oh, it goes by him. Oh, but Mango's there to clean it up. But this should get some momentum going in Trinity's direction. Can they make the most of it? Oh, and it was a decent-looking opportunity there by Brandon. But it stalls in the corner. And I think this is going to just about do it for the Eagles. But one little opportunity. Andreas scores! 3-1. 7 seconds left. It's going to take a slight miracle here. But Lewis and Andreas are able to disrupt their defense enough, get it heading right in. Well done.
You punched me away. You did it.
Just a gasp of life? Nope. And it's going to stall out here. 3 seconds left. 2-goal deficit. That's a nice move there by Andreas, putting it right there, but that's going to do it for Game 4 as Hulcy picks up one. Ian, Andrew, Dylan. If we win,
Dylan, did you say yes? does it say it's a 4v4?
Because there's that many people in there.
I got it. Wait, these kickoffs are scuffed. Why is he on the same side as me?
It's because you had 4 for a second there. All right, here we go. Yes, sir? Oh, you have to go? All right, see ya. Good work today. Uh-oh. And as we're getting back to our action here, in Game 5, Hulcy has a really nice-looking goal there. Just almost pitching it off the ground, off of the aerial, to get a 1-0 lead. Now, Trinity does win this face-off. Dylan is trying to play it in the corner, see if he can get past the defensive line. And Ian's going to go for this aerial, and just gets past the Eagles. But Andrew is there to cut it off at the wall. Let's see if the Trinity can get it going back in the other direction. And it goes right past the Hulcy defense. And a slow-moving goal right into the corner. Well done. I think Trinity got a bit lucky there. But hey, you know what? You take it. All right. And with that goal, we are knotted up at 1. Trinity wins the face-off again. Puts it into the corner. Dylan's going for one off the ceiling. Not going to quite get there. But is still in the danger area. Oh, and just deflected off to the side. It looked like Ian might have had it. All right. Andrew keeps playing it off the wall. And it's there in the center. Ian goes by, but Dylan cleans it up. 2-1 Eagles. You can just see, the offensive pressure here is relentless. Hulcy doesn't seem to be getting anything going. They had one nice early goal, but besides that, Trinity's basically had possession the rest of the match. All right, Dylan wins the face-off. And Hulcy tries to get it going past. And this is going to be an interesting opportunity. Ghost plays it past Dylan, past Ian. And it is in center there against the wall. Dylan deflects it into the corner. But Hulcy keeps the pressure up. All right, and Dylan plays it past. He's going to go up the wall. Can they get it past the other defenders? Vortex is there in the back. Get it going. Trinity has lost some goals in those opportunities before. But now they get it going back. And Ian puts it off of Dylan for the goal. Dylan does set it up nice here for Ian, getting it past Hulcy defenders. And the ball just deflects off of Dylan. He didn't even want that to happen, I don't think. But you know what? He's not gonna argue. He'll take it. Oh, and that's a face-off goal. Whoa! Hulcy wasn't expecting that. They abandoned to go try and grab some boost. You can see Mango there. But just the perfect deflection. Reaction to that face-off puts it in. All right, and this face-off is won by Hulcy, but Andrew's not going to let them have it for long. He plays it off the wall, going for a bit of an aerial here. It's heading in the right direction, but it stalls out just a bit, off to the right. And you can see Trinity's playing a little aggressively there, and let Hulcy have a decent possession, but they do recover with plenty of time. All right, Ian's the one back there, and does cut it off. That's a shot on goal. Ghost is able to clean it up, though. All right. Good ball there by Andrew. Tries to get it nice and center. And it's there for Dylan.
Do you like that crossbar?
Beautiful. Nice little pinch there. Puts it on goal. All right. Hulcy wins the face-off. But Dylan's going to have to try and recover off the wall. He does. And Vortex plays a nice little intercept there. Okay, Mango's going to go off the corner while Vortex plays the ball up. That's going to be a shot on goal for Mango. Goal and a save for Andrew. As Mango tries to get a nice shot on. A little too strong there. But Hulcy is now retaining possession a bit better. Defense is positioned well, though. They're not going to let anything in easy. And now here comes Andrew with a nice ball off the wall. Kind of overplays it a bit. But Hulcy's not able to recover. All right. Trinity's defense tries to recover. I didn't see it on my screen. I heard that, but it never appeared on my screen. All right, Vortex plays it up the wall. Good placed defense, is able to cut it off easy. Here comes Dylan. Nice ball in the other direction. And he's able to get it past the defense. Another goal here for Dylan. That's 4 in this game.
That is not.
6-1 here in what should be the final game of the series. Trinity simply has to hold on for a little over a minute. And another ball by Dylan. That's going to be on, yes, and it's in. 5 goals in what will be the clincher.
Vortex left the match. Wait, did they surrender or did you just leave?
GG, y'all win, says Mango. And they're heading out.
That's right. That's just best friend.
Wait, can I join this or something?
No. All right, and you can see their team heads on out, and that will do it. Yeah, that will do it for this match today. The Eagles win 4-1 in the series. Well done. That is going to also bring their record on the year to 4-1, as they are near the top of the table in our Texas League. It's been a fun season so far, and we've got plenty of games ahead of us. And of course, we have our eyes on the postseason. They are in position to qualify for the postseason. And I'm going to go ahead and call it for our stream here today. Good work. Everybody had some great opportunities, some good goals, and took part in the win. So, well done, everybody. Thank you for joining us on the stream. Have a great day, everybody. We'll catch you on Friday when our top-ranked Fortnite team tries to put up another high score. See y'all then.